Welcome back to the Ross Bolin podcast. I'm Ross Bolin here with Kade Orris. Did we do it, Kade? Did we make it to fall?
Sure feels like it.
Right now, huh?
Yeah.
75 and sunny.
Oh, I love it.
A perfect day. But the answer is actually no.
No?
No. It's October 16th.
Okay.
Technically, summer has been over for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, no, that is true, yeah. It starts
Technically.
Yeah, it starts at the end of September, fall does.
Right. Technically.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got the weather app pulled up. And no, we're still fucked.
It's not over for us yet?
We've got a good day tomorrow, high of 79. Then it starts climbing again, and by next week, we're back up in the fucking 90s. So, we had a stretch like a month ago where it was good for a few days, and I bought in completely.
Thought we were back.
Apparently, that's called false fall. And no, we've had like record-breaking heat since then. We've had a couple of days recently here in Austin where it was the hottest day, like hottest it's ever been on that day.
Oh, yeah.
Ever, you know? Global warming.
Yeah, that is a thing we continue to deal with, it seems like.
But regardless, today is good.
No, I love today,
I'm wearing pants today, first time in a long time. I feel good about that.
Yeah, no, I like the pants you got on. What are you rocking right now?
What designer?
No, not like what design, but like they look like not like normal. They look like different.
I don't really know. Nothing I'm wearing is normal, really.
Also, I thought you had like a chain on.
Yeah,
with your shirt.
I don't know what this is either. This is a crazy shirt.
Yeah,
but they're from the same brand.
Okay.
Zane Robe is where I buy a lot of my clothes. Yeah,
gotcha.
And sometimes I'll get an email from them. They're the only the only time email marketing works is when it's a brand you like really love and trust that you're like obsessed with.
Right.
And so sometimes they'll send me an email and I'm like, look at this crazy shit. I got to have that.
Yep, add it to the cart.
So I don't know what these pants are, but they're like gold from the 70s looking fucking...
Yeah, no,
I really don't know.
You're getting a fit off right now.
But then I don't know what the shirt is either. But like you said, it has like a crazy collar. So yeah, I'm doing it.
You're doing it. You're getting your fits off.
I'm fucking doing it. This is not going to change much for you when the weather changes because you're pretty much in your general...
Yeah.
Kade attire.
Right, but like
you're consistent if nothing else.
But when I do go out, when I step out for the night, I can actually, like get some fits off and actually look,
layers.
Yeah, layer it up a little bit, get some jackets, some knit sweaters on, like just really look good.
Love that.
Yeah, so real excited about the fall coming.
I've pretty much been wearing shorts and a t-shirt every day for like 6 months now.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's usually how long the summer feels like here. It's
6 months,
yeah.
Which is like it's just too long.
And then we get like 1 to 2 months of really dressing up, layering, and all that, and then it's back to the same.
Yeah. I've got friends who have lived in Texas their whole life who are like, I wouldn't say they're close to moving out, but they've talked about it.
Yeah.
And that's crazy to me. Like they're going to abandon ship because it's just too fucking hot most of the time.
Grow up. I'm sorry. Like
I know, don't be a bitch.
Yeah,
like, come on.
It's hot.
Figure it out.
Yeah. I don't...
Dress for the fucking temperature, unlike you, you're just powering through at all times for whatever reason.
Yeah,
but
I'll go to the gym sometimes, literally in like sweatpants and sweatshirt, and it's like 95 degrees, and like I can feel it, but like because I'm literally like walking like 10 feet, like it doesn't matter to me.
Right, from the car to the door.
Yeah, but like, yeah, it is.
Do people in there look at you like you're potentially
probably not when I'm in there because like
detached from reality? No,
I don't think so.
Yeah, and I guess it's not that abnormal. Some people wear sweats and shit to the gym because they want to sweat it out.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of like what I'm going for when I wear that stuff to the gym. But
yeah. Well, speaking of fall and the time of year. Because what better way to start a podcast? My neighborhood is back at it again with the Halloween decorations, and dude, it kind of sucks because now I've got kids and I'm trying to participate. Like we've got some shit up in front of my house. There's like some fake black cats that my dogs think are real, and every time I go out into the front yard, like I'll take Bella with me out front a lot, and she fucking loses her mind. I'm like, it's cardboard.
It's not real.
The first time I get it, you fall for it. But, like, it's every time. We've been out there, like, 10 times. She keeps barking at the fucking cardboard cats. Anyway, my neighbors on either side, my whole neighborhood goes crazy with this shit. I've talked on the show before about a couple streets over, like on the main street into my neighborhood, there's one house where they do the large, obnoxious blow-up Halloween decorations. And there's like a Snoopy and like a dragon. And then in the back, there's a dead baby, zombie baby. I guess zombie baby is probably the better way to put it. But like, what is that doing there? What the fuck made you pick that? And this is the third year that I keep thinking like, surely they'll retire the zombie baby,
dead baby, yeah,
at some point.
And you said it's in the backyard too?
No, it's in the back of their front yard.
Oh, okay.
So like towards the front of the yard are like the normal shit
stuff.
that you're like you're not batting an eye at, but then back right corner there's just and I'm talking huge, like it's bigger than you.
This dead baby,
inflatable dead baby, bigger than this table. They're huge decorations.
Right.
It's just like I don't know what kind of decision making went on there.
You need to send me a pic of it because I need to get a feel for what
I'll go get one tonight.
I'm looking at
because it only inflates at night. They
right.
deflate them during the day, which I don't know if that's like on a timer. I'm not that advanced in Halloween decorations.
Yeah,
clearly.
no, it's a timer. My dad does this for Christmas. He does all the inflatables and stuff. So he has like the timer set for like when at night it pops up.
Very advanced technology we've got now.
Yeah.
Just fucking pops up, man. So my neighbors on either side of me both go very hard. Like my immediate next door neighbors. One of them has like a lawn chair with a skeleton sitting in it, and then like another skeleton's like riding I don't even know, like some kind of animal or something. Anyway, but they have lights set up in their yard that are on a timer, and then at night they turn on and shine onto their decorations everywhere. And then on the other side, they have like a 16-foot tall skeleton, massive spider web that stretches like all the way across their lawn from tree to tree. They have like 2 big trees in their front yard, and the spider web goes all the way across, and then they've got spiders stuck all over that. It's pretty overkill.
They're really going all out.
Well, and it's like, I've always been accustomed to people going pretty hard for Christmas. Like everybody knows that one house in the neighborhood that puts up 20 times more decorations in their front yard than need to be there. Like the modern day Clark Griswold move is not really to overdo the lights. It's like to overdo the fucking lawn decorations. But with Halloween, it's just kind of shocking. This was not a thing in my neighborhood growing up.
No.
It was not a thing.
No, not really in my neighborhood either. Like obviously like some people would do decorations, but like even here now, like in this neighborhood at Bola Media, I don't see anyone putting stuff up.
No.
It seems like.
Yeah, because these are normal people.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, my hood now, people are fucking nuts with Halloween. And then, ironically, I can't remember if I've ever told you this or mentioned it on the podcast, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to mention it again.
Okay.
Right, like down the street from me is a half cul-de-sac, right? And one of the dudes that lives on that half cul-de is, I don't know how else to put this, a hardcore Christian.
Oh, so
he has
like super anti-Halloween?
He has a big wooden cross in his yard year-round.
Okay.
Which is that's a choice, you know? That's a decision. Year-round is... I'm talking big wooden cross. Like, I couldn't crucify you on it. It's not that big. Yeah. It's not life-size.
Okay.
But you could crucify a small child.
God.
If you had to. Because it's there.
Yeah.
All year round. But on Halloween night, this gentleman who's probably 45, probably about 8 years older than me, give or take, he, first of all, there's no kids in his house. Maybe they've already gone off to college. I don't fucking know. But he comes out into his front yard, and he sits in the front yard in a lawn chair, and he has the cross propped up next to him. And
is he just like spitting Bible verses?
Being social, but like I was like, "How you doing, man?" And he was like, "Good. Don't really celebrate this one though." And I was like, "Well, you kind of look like you are because you're out here."
I couldn't tell.
Right? But you're like out here drinking, but then also there's the giant wooden cross, and it's like it's a very confusing message. So anyway, I feel like he thinks he needs to sit out there because this neighborhood goes so hard on Halloween. Like somebody has to stand up for what's right. Against the darkness.
He's not giving out candy, or any like apples or like
little
toothbrushes.
Bibles. No, nothing.
No,
nothing.
Damn. Okay, that is really weird.
Yeah, maybe this year he'll have those Chinese-made Trump Bibles though.
Wait, what?
The Chinese-made Trump Bibles.
I don't even know that was a thing.
Oh, yeah. The Don sells Bibles now.
Oh, nice.
Trump
Good for him.
Bibles.
Good for him. Spreading the Lord's word.
Yeah. Good little grift there.
Yeah.
We'll get to another bigger grift later.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's full-blown spooky season in my neighborhood again, and I'm just trying to keep up with the Joneses, and I just don't have the decorative manpower yet.
Yeah.
I got to go find some.
I feel like
stuff.
you also wouldn't even know like what to do with like I feel like you'd just be out there for hours just like struggling to like put up all the blow-ups and stuff. Like that seems like
That's not inaccurate.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But no, I am actually really excited about spooky season this year. I've kind of been getting into it more this year. So
You watching the movies? And
yeah, watching the horror movies, starting to get into that bag a little bit. Watched The Thing last night.
The Fang?
The Thing.
The Thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with Kurt Russell and all that.
I don't think I've ever seen it, but it's kind
it's
of
really
like
good.
it's
A lot of people
classic.
call it a masterpiece. Yeah, a classic. Like I thought it was really good. Watched Misery too.
Misery's awesome.
Yeah, that was a good one.
But you watched the first one.
Yeah.
You said you watched Misery too, but I
Yeah.
just want to be sure because
Yeah,
I think
just
I think there is a Misery too.
Yeah, no, I watched the first Misery with Kathy Bates and James Caan.
Yeah.
Yeah. My
Yeah.
dad. Walter Hobbs.
Yeah.
Somebody else.
Fucking great movie.
But that was really good too. So yeah, I've been starting to get into like the horror movies, and I went to a haunted house on Friday.
What was it called?
House of Torment.
House of Torment.
Yeah.
It's the house you go to when you want to be tormented.
Exactly. I was really scared going into this. I don't do well with like haunted houses at all. Like I've been to one when I was in college, and it like freaked me out a lot. I don't care for them. But
You had
like
a bad trip.
no, I just like I was the only sober one, and like this was like even before like I could like watch anything scary. So like I was just like really scared back
You
then.
didn't have
but-
an appetite for
no,
it at all.
I had no appetite for it at all back then. But like the one I went to this time, I was still like freaking out before, but like it was Friday night, I had nothing to do, and like one of my friends was like, "Hey, I'm going to like a haunted house with like a group of friends." So I'm like, "Fuck it, I'll do it. Fuck it, why
Don't
not?"
call it a haunted house. It's the House of Torment.
The House of Torment. Okay, yes. So
Respect to the House of Torment.
yeah, so I'm like, before I decide to go, I'm like looking up stuff about it, and like I go to their website,
Oh no.
and literally like the first thing it says is like, I think it's from Times or something. It's like the scariest haunted house in America from the Travel Channel.
Oh Jesus.
So immediately I'm just like, oh fuck, and then like you go on their site and they have like a little video playing, and like the shit just looks so freaky.
yeah.
Like all the
Oh, this is a
the
well
monster-
done little video here. This
Yeah.
little teaser.
But then I
Yeah,
go
yeah,
to
I don't want anything to do with this.
Then I go to the actual place, and it was like such a rinky-dink like operation. It seemed like it was like, I don't know, it was kind of shit. Like
Yeah,
it was,
it's like carnies, man.
Yeah.
These fuckers pop up once a year with their, slap dick operation,
yeah.
scare the shit out of a bunch of kids, rake in like $100,000, and then they bounce.
Oh yeah, no, they're raking in the cash for sure. Because like it was all like you go to buy your ticket to like go into they have 3 haunted houses, and you buy your ticket to go into all 3 of them. And that was $35, and then you could buy another pass for $10 to go and do it again. And then every other like attraction they had like axe throwing. They had some like escape room and like a bunch of other
they
little
had
shit.
axe throwing.
Yeah, they had like a speakeasy bar, and like you had to. It was like all a la carte, so you had to like include all these like different things if you wanted to go to them instead of just like buying a ticket and having access to everything. So yeah, no, they did take you for all your money. That was
The Neon Coffin Secret Bar, the
Yep,
pop-up bar with themed cocktails.
yeah. So didn't do that, but definitely hit the bar. They did have a bar there, so like in between like each attraction, I would like go and get another beer and like chug it while I was in line because I was not going through that sober. But like yeah, the actual attractions ended up not being that scary.
Jesus, this sounds awful.
Yeah.
I'm reading one part. There's a thing you can do called phobia,
Oh yeah,
sensory overload.
yeah. My friends did that. I didn't do it because I'm like, absolutely the fuck not. Mostly because I didn't want to pay for it.
Well, it says next level immersive experience. Do you dare enter? This intense, fear-inducing experience takes guests to the next level of immersive experiences. I've always wondered, like, what is the next level of immersive experience?
Oh well, apparently, like my friends were saying, that's just like completely like black in there. And
You can't see anything.
Yeah, so it's like all the other senses, like your smell and like feel and all that like are enhanced. So like I think that's like what makes it scary. But like Two of my friends went, and they thought it was really scary. And then like the other group went, and they're like, yeah, that was like totally fine. I don't know what you're talking about. So I don't know like how it was exactly, but
It says staff will not touch guests. However, this interactive experience will require that guests use their hands to guide their way, walk, duck, step over, and squeeze through some strange spaces.
yeah.
This is a highly physical experience. Enter anytime during, that's what I tell my wife. Enter anytime during haunted house operational hours, subject to waiting in the phobia, sensory overload queue line. Wait times may vary, limited capacity. Jesus. Anyway, so you went out there and you did
I did it.
You did the haunted house.
I conquered my fears. Yeah.
Well, okay, so the website looks extremely legit. What was rinky-dink about it in person?
Like, you just ended up, like, not being that scary. Like, for someone that gets scared easily, like, I was walking through it. I'm like, okay, you know what? This actually isn't that bad.
Yeah, but it's 2024. They can't fuck you up like they used to at haunted houses.
That is true. And
They
like
can't touch you, you know?
no touching. No touching.
No touching.
No touching. But, like, I don't know. Like, it was, like, the same layout for, like, every, like, attraction. It's like, you know, you go through, like, these tight, like, hallways and you hit a corner and then like they have like, you know, like a scare, like, you know,
Something pops out of the fucking wall.
yeah, or like just like big rooms with like, you know, like fucking like hanging bodies with like their intestines out and stuff. I'm like, that's scary, I guess, but like,
You know it's not real though.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
and like, I don't know, I think like you just kind of know where like things are gonna like pop out of,
Right.
Especially after like, you know, the second time you do it. It's like,
Yeah.
I know like what's gonna happen now.
Were you sober at this thing?
No, I told you I went to the bar between each.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, I was not.
You're supposed to be fucked up for these.
Yeah.
You do this sober and it's the dumbest thing you've ever done in your entire life.
Yeah, and like another thing, like I learned this when I went the first time, was like you can't like act scared because like if you act scared, then like the people working are gonna scare you even more and like fuck with you. So like if you
They
just
feed
like
on that.
yeah, so if you just like crack jokes and like you're like ah, like you like just like act it out or whatever.
Oh my god.
Yeah, then like they don't really fuck with you, and like
Yeah.
that's kind of what my process was this time. I was just like making jokes and shit.
Dude, I distinctly remember. I can't remember what the name of the one was in Houston, but the haunted house I went to in Houston when I was in high school. I distinctly remember being chased by this fuck with a chainsaw,
Yeah. There's always someone with the chainsaw.
and it scared the shit out of me,
Yeah.
dude. Because it was so loud. I was like, "Is this fucking thing real?"
Yeah.
You know, like, sir, you're extremely close. You know,
Which-
surely there wasn't like an actual spinning blade on that.
Yeah,
thing,
no, that's
but-
like we actually brought this up while we were there. It was like, yeah, do people know that there's like non-natural blade on the
Right.
because that obviously be a huge liability.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So I'm sure for like little kids, they have no fucking idea. And that was like another thing I saw, like kids like waiting in line for like the same attraction as me. I'm like, okay, I can't be a little bitch. I gotta like go in there and just do it. Because like if this little girl can like go through and be fine, then I will be fine.
You're a grown man.
Yeah, I'm a grown man. But yeah, this was so weird. One of the carnies, like how you said, like they just like get these people for a month and like, you know, they do their thing. But
Yeah,
like,
they're carnies.
Yeah.
Small hands.
but one of the dudes there, you know, they had like just people dressed up as like scary things, just like walking around, like fucking with the
Like a
guests
mummy,
and all.
a vampire,
Yeah.
a zombie.
Zombies, yeah, just like demons and all that shit. Well, they had like a clown. There's a few clowns, but this one clown, he's kind of doing like a Beetlejuice impression. So he's just like talking like a really weird voice. He had like a blowhorn and everything, and just like saying really weird shit. And like he came up to our group, and he's just talking about like, oh, I love doing this. I love doing it for like the kids, especially like the little boys.
What the fuck?
And he said that to our group twice. Like he came up to us at different times and said that, like exact same thing. He said like I do it for the kids, especially
but
the little
did it
boys.
strike you as him breaking character or him saying some shit that he knew would creep out adults?
That's what we were trying to figure out.
Couldn't figure it out though.
No.
That's what makes it a good line. If it's not
But this
real.
like in my mind, I'm like, this guy, like there's
that's a little
that's
too
a little too far. I
revealing.
feel like.
Yeah.
Doing it for the
One
little
step
boys.
below just being like, I love doing this because I'm a fucking pedophile.
Yeah, no, you might as well just have said that. And then he also brought up like Kendrick and Drake for whatever reason. He's like,
What, dude? No.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck are you talking
You can't escape it, Kade.
No.
It follows you.
Yeah, so I was just like, that whole interaction was fucking weird, but
Oh, speaking of It Follows, have you seen It Follows?
no.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Put that one on your horror movie list.
That's the one
But
with like the STD, right? That is like, or like this thing, it follows you because like you have sex with someone, and the way to pass it on is to like
Bang somebody else.
Yeah.
Maybe. I can't remember the root cause,
okay.
but it's something like that. And then you got to find a way you got to give it to the next person.
Yeah.
Sort of like an STD, except a haunted STD. That it's scary as hell though. That one was like a legitimately good scary movie.
Yeah.
But like well made, but it just really creeped me out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want to do anything like too freaky yet, so I'm kind of
Just wading in.
Yeah, just dipping my toes in the water.
Have you ever seen Paranormal Activity?
No, I won't do those. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't recommend that one.
Although
that one legit messed me up for weeks.
Although like the thing, like the actual like thing in the movie was pretty freaky, but like I've seen it before. So
what is it? Is it like a swamp monster?
It like changes. Like that's like its whole thing. It can like be like anything.
That's why it's called The Thing.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what it is.
And so like when you like, I don't even know if you like see its true form or like you see it like changing, and it's really freaky. But like it was like made in the 1980s, and like the practical effects looked really good. But I was like, nah, this isn't like all that bad actually.
Yeah. I like old scary movies for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the psychological horror down yet back then.
No.
Now that we've got that shit down, stuff sticks with you. It scares the hell out of you.
Yeah. So I kind of want to stick with like the older stuff right now, at least, before I get into anything newer. Yeah.
Well, I looked up, I was curious if any of these carnies ever snap and actually do murder at a haunted house. And it looks like there's like been deaths at haunted houses due to malfunctions. Like this says Hell House LLC.
Air quotes.
In the 2009 documentary film Hell House LLC, 15 people died on opening night due to an unknown malfunction. Just for the record, if I die, really under any circumstances, unknown malfunction is not an acceptable cause of death.
No, absolutely
Please
not.
force the authorities to actually figure out what happened.
Yeah, like the first time I went to a haunted house, one of my friends brought up, like what if like one of the carnies just like started murdering people? Yeah, I'm like, cool, thanks for that idea. Thanks for putting that idea in my head. Why go to my first one ever, dick?
Oh shit. Well, I'm glad you made it out there to the House of Torment. Did you feel tormented when it was all said and done?
No, not
Didn't live up to the name, huh?
No, definitely not.
Fuck Travel Channel, dude.
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about.
Scariest haunted house in America, my ass. Well, I have a breaking news announcement about a big change I'm making in my life. Historically, as I have mentioned over the years, I'm not a morning person. I do not do well in the morning. I do not like waking up early. I don't like a lot of conversation for the first couple hours of the day. Generally, never qualified as a morning person, but I'm trying something new as of this morning. I'm getting up at 6:30 before the rest of my family wakes up, and I'm doing it for a few different reasons. One is it takes me about a full hour to have a functioning brain.
Mm-hmm.
Like once I wake up, no matter what time that is. And a lot of the time, like I've been getting up at 7:30ish, and a lot of the time I get up, the kids are already up, they're downstairs, the dogs start going crazy, and it's like immediate chaos, and I don't even feel like I've like pulled myself together before I'm like dropping the kids off at school, and then I didn't really get to enjoy any of that time in the morning. So getting up before everybody else, there's like a sense of calm. Like I did it this morning, alarm goes off, I sat up and I was just like, ooh, it's eerily quiet in here. First of all, peaceful. Sun's not up yet.
No.
It's still dark. Don't love that part. And
I feel like that's going to be tough for you.
It's not going to get better either because this is winter, right? So I'm pretty sure it takes longer to get bright or something like that. Mm-hmm. One of you sun studiers.
The days are shorter.
Yeah, right. So sense of calm, chance for me to gather my thoughts before everybody gets up and it's all chaos. And so that I have a fully functioning brain by the time my kids are up. And so this morning, alarm went off at 6:30. And maybe this was beginner's luck because it was the first day.
Right.
And I thought it was going to suck. Like last night when I planned for this, I was like, I was trying to make myself go to bed. I was like, you got to go to bed, dude. You know you're going to get up earlier tomorrow. So I think I fell asleep around 11. and I was dreading this. Alarm goes off. I like sat up and I was like, oh shit, it's kind of nice. I went downstairs, like got some shit done, like emptied the fucking dishwasher.
It's huge.
I got some eggs going. I made eggs for the family.
Wow, look at you.
Which I think I've only ever done on like my wife's like birthday or something, you know? I felt productive, dude, just from the jump, which never ever is a thing for me ever. And yeah, I expected to want to die, and instead it was kind of nice. Now, admittedly, it's about 2:00 in the afternoon now, so I've been up for, I don't know, almost
8 hours.
9 hours, yeah. And admittedly, I'm starting to feel it a little bit.
Well, I think that'll just make you want to go to bed earlier tonight, and then
which will help. And
yeah.
I think eventually you get into a routine with this, and it's not so bad. You don't have as bad of like an afternoon crash situation. But day one, I expected it to be rough, and it's starting to get a little rough. The challenge will be between the hours of 5 and 7 p.m. because those are the hardest parenting hours of the day. You got dinner. You got to execute on dinner, make the kids eat things, and then you got to get them clean. And then you got to get them to sleep. If I can survive that 2-hour window tonight, I might be onto something here. And I'm hoping to stick with this. But if Mark Wahlberg and the fucking Rock can get up at 3:30 a.m. every day and do 2 workouts before the rest of the world even cracks their eyelids, I can get up at 6:30 and get mentally right for the day before my 2 kids and 4 dogs wake up and wreak havoc on my inner peace. So I've also just noticed that at my age, I've started to want to switch shit up.
Yeah, you have been talking about
right?
that a lot.
It comes up a lot.
Yeah.
Like with the haircut,
right.
My hair. Like I was trying to figure out like you know, what else is out there?
With it.
what could I do differently with my hair? I don't want to look back when I'm 60 and be like, you fucking pussy, you should have gotten a different haircut at some point, you know?
Right.
So I've kind of been like shaving off bad habits that I've had since I was a teenager. I've been doing that for like the last few years in therapy and shit, and I'm almost through them all. Like I've gotten rid of most of them. There's only like a couple left. You know, I'll give you one. Like nicotine is that's still a thing.
Yeah,
but
I mean, you need a little something.
You gotta have a vice.
Yeah,
I gotta have something.
And there's worse shit you could be doing.
Yeah. There's much worse. Well, yeah, I could be working in a haunted house. Telling people I'm there for the little boys. But yeah, so I've been getting rid of old bad habits and stuff, and now it's like, well, what else is there? What if I wake up early as shit? So I'm trying it out.
Just see how it feels.
I'm trying it out. And maybe eventually I can be like J.J. Watt in his prime and get in a workout before anyone else in the house wakes up, and then eventually have biceps the size of boulders. But
is that like that kind of feels like the main reason a lot of people get up so early is just so they can get a workout in before the day starts.
And I'm not there yet.
No, we're crushing a workout this morning.
No, I did one after school drop off.
Okay.
So it was like 8.
Still early.
Well,
I mean, it probably would have been earlier than like you usually do.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I normally do it at like lunch or in the late afternoon. But that would be nice. That'd be like I'd feel so productive. Like I've already done the hardest thing I'm going to do that day probably. But I'm not there yet. So I don't know if like this is a midlife crisis or what, but it kind of feels like it.
It feels like it.
It kind of feels like it. I'm searching for something, Kade. You know? Maybe I'll find it one day. But in all seriousness, I think the main motivation is that I want to enjoy my time with my kids in the morning before they go to school, and I have not really been able to do that waking up at 7:30. So I feel like if I give myself this fucking hour, like this morning it worked, and I felt good. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So next week, when I spend a full 10 minutes of this show complaining about how much it sucks smelly balls to wake up that early, just tell me to shut the fuck up and remind me that I'm doing it for my family.
Yeah, no, we'll bookmark this.
It's for the kids.
Yeah.
It's for the kids. And I'm sticking with it. I'm holding myself accountable and announcing it publicly. I'm an early riser now. And if you're one of those freaks listening to this right now that's like, what a pussy, I wake up at 5 a.m. every day for work, fuck you, shut up. I'm doing my best. I'm working toward being more like you people. Did you write a New York Times best-selling book at 23 years old? No.
Nope.
We're all good at different things.
Yeah.
And I am not good at waking up early.
Yeah, I probably won't be joining you in this.
No, you're exactly like I am.
Yeah.
Naturally, you are not prone to mornings.
Although I'll wake up at like 7. And it's just like, you don't have anything to do. I don't need to be up for like another 3 hours. So
Actually, I've noticed that there have been times where at like 8:30, I'll be like, I'll post something on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like for Banging the Can or like one of our other shows. And then I'll see that you liked it. And I'm like, damn, Kade's up and moving around. And then I get here at 10 and you're still in your cave. And I'm like, oh, never mind.
I'm like just hopping out of the shower.
Maybe he fucking like rolled over, checked his phone, hit like, and like passed back out. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I literally just like, I wake up at like 7 or 8, and you just like, I'm like, oh man, I try to go back to bed, but then like I'm like already up at that point, so I just lay in my bed and just like scroll on fucking TikTok.
That's not good.
Or Instagram, yeah. So
I've also been trying to cut down on morning screen time.
Mm-hmm. I actually deleted Twitter, not like my account or anything. I just deleted the app for right now.
Why?
And I deleted Instagram for a little bit, but I got it back now. Oh, because of Saturday.
Because of the haunted house?
No. What? No, I went there Friday.
Oh.
No, it was sports related. Don't want to talk about it right now. It still hurts too much.
We don't have to. Yeah, we don't have to. We don't have to do this, Kade.
So yeah, I decided to for my
sanity,
peace of mind, sanity,
your
all
mental
that.
health.
Yeah, I was like, I don't need this right now.
Kade, you can just mute and block all the. Well, I guess Instagram.
I mean, Instagram, like, it doesn't really matter as much. Like, there aren't like a bunch of people on there. It's just like
you'll get thicker sports skin as you get older, though, because like Astros lost.
Yeah.
Didn't even make it past the wild card round. This is the first time this has ever been this way. I'm so unfazed. I've been watching other postseason baseball games.
Yes, I can't watch postseason baseball.
I have never been able to do this before, though. Like, I've never been able to have my team lose and then still enjoy the playoffs for that league.
Yeah.
Like, it used to be like when the Rockets got knocked out of the NBA playoffs, I'd be like, fuck it, I'm done. I can't watch basketball anymore. It's too deeply upsetting. Mm-hmm. It's never happened with football because the Texans, it's always a joke. But baseball, it's happened a lot. And this year, I'm enjoying it. It's like stakes-free postseason baseball. I won't watch the Yankees because fuck the Yankees, but...
No, and again, that team, my team, the
Guardians are
0-2. Yeah, not great.
No, it's a lot of series left to play, though.
Yeah.
You'll be okay.
But yeah, no, for whatever reason, it literally feels like I fucking like lost a family member when they lose. Like, it's the worst feeling.
It's not a healthy relationship.
No, because it's like in college football, like
we have to say he's talking about Ohio State football here. Yeah.
Like every game matters so much, especially now. It seems like.
I feel like it matters less than ever because there's 12 teams.
Right,
I know.
With that, but like, I just fucking hate losing because like then you go on Twitter and you see all the fan bases just like
bashing you.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck off. Like, it's just so annoying, and so like I didn't want to deal with it. I like after the game, I literally I left the bars. I didn't say bye to anyone, and
you Irish goodbye.
Yeah, I mean that's something I do a lot, but like that time I was like, fuck everyone. I'm not talking to anyone. And I was
like immediately after the game ended.
Yeah,
like you literally walked out.
Like they were like, no, walking onto the field after, and I was walking out of the bar. Like that's like it was like immediately after. And so like I'm trying to get an Uber back, but of course it's ACL.
Oh no!
And it's like right when like things were about to end too, so Uber prices were insane.
Oh no!
And so I walked from West 6 all the way to South Congress, which I don't know, might have been like 2 miles maybe.
Okay.
Just it honestly felt like a walk of shame because I had my jersey on and everything.
Oh no.
And I like wanted to die. I wanted to die.
Oh, that's a sad story.
Yeah.
Oh, that's truly pathetic. It's just a grown man walking 2 miles by himself wearing an Ohio State jersey. Wanting to die.
I was like so mad too. Like if anyone would have said anything to me,
you would have fought them.
Yeah.
You're like the reverse of this. Well, you haven't been on Twitter, so maybe you haven't seen this. But after the Ravens game, this fucking lunatic Ravens fan was just going through the street. Who did they beat? You remember?
The Commanders.
Looking for Commanders fans to fight.
Yeah.
He finds 2, and he goes up to them, and they're like, "What the hell is happening?" Knocks one of them out cold. Like hits the other one a few times and like throws him into a window and then goes, "I don't lose," and like runs off on camera. Total piece of shit, this dude.
Yeah, holy shit.
So the internet gets to work. They dox him. He gets fired from his job, and now he's like getting charges pressed against him. And frankly, all of that is deserved. This dude
absolutely.
sucks.
That's fucking crazy.
Big dude, too.
Yeah.
The dude he knocks out is like half his size. Like, total piece of shit, this guy. But you were like the reverse. You just were waiting for somebody to say something to you.
Yeah. No, and like, walking by yourself at night, not the safest thing, but like, if someone tried to like do something to me, like I would feel bad for them. It's
the
like
rage that you had inside of you.
Yeah,
It's
like when you see like me and a grizzly bear fighting in the woods, help the bear, not me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what.
Yeah. That's how you felt.
Yeah, that's really how I felt that night. So
that's pathetic. It does. It does remind me of one time I was watching a Rockets playoff game. It was Rockets Trailblazers, and I was at the bar. And the Rockets are up 2 with like 2 seconds to go, and I order shots. And I'm at the bar with a bunch of people. They were my significant other at the time's friends, not really my friends.
Yeah.
None of them gave a shit because they're all from Dallas. So I'm at the bar. I've found a little pocket of Rockets fans. It's like me and like 3 other drunk fucks, just like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, Rockets. I order shots for me and the people on the left and right of me, strangers. Because I think the game's over. Like, surely this is it. This is done. We're about to win. Fucking, I can't even remember if it was Brandon Roy or Damian Lillard.
I think they've both done it.
They've both done it, and I think it was Damian Lillard. Drills a 3 over Chandler Parsons. Game over. I slammed all 3 shots, the one I had ordered for the other 2 fuckers and the one in front of me, and just walked immediately out. A cab was driving by, hailed the cab, got in the cab, and went home. Didn't say shit to a single person. I just immediately abandoned because I was like, I'm in no place. Like, so I've been there. I understand what you're saying, but you should also, work on that.
It's like the only team I feel this way about.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the Colts, like in the NFL, like your team's gonna lose. Like, it's so hard to like be undefeated. Like, I don't think it's ever happened before. It's been close. And like, with LeBron or like the Guardians, like they fucking lose a lot.
LeBron's not a team, Kade. You also need to.
Well, he's my team.
Just
whatever team he's on.
It's a strange lifestyle choice.
But like, so it's not like losses don't affect me in those sports, but it's like with Ohio State football specifically, it's like one loss, like on the season's over.
I just want to know what happened there at some point that this made this click in your mind. That like that Ohio State deeply impacts the rest of your.
Dude, it's literally the first time like I ever felt that way. It was when they were in the national championship in 2007 against the Florida Gators, and we ended up getting smoked. And I literally took all my Ohio State gear that I had. I'm like, I don't want it anymore. Like, I threw it away. I'm like, I want to burn it. Like, I hate this team.
Oh my God.
So it's been for many years now.
It's been building.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah, I'm probably never going to watch an Ohio State game with you then based on... I knew you took it seriously, but I don't think I knew you took it leave the bar and walk 2 miles by yourself in an Ohio State jersey seriously. That's.
I mean, I would have gotten an Uber if they weren't like $60.
Yeah, I get it, but that's demented.
And like, I mean, that's just like a big game. So like, it's just like, there's a lot more weight to it. Like, if we're playing bumfuck.
Wasn't it a great game? Wasn't it like a really close
came
game,
down to
last second game?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I was watching it.
Yeah, and that's what makes it hurt even more. Is like we literally like had
You're right there.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now we've talked about it, so maybe you'll feel a little better.
We'll see. They don't play this weekend, so thank God. I don't need to stress anymore about it right now.
Anyway, I'm waking up real early now. Speaking of positive life changes, one of the ways I get myself sharp in the morning without having to drown myself in coffee and deal with a hardcore crash in the afternoon is Magic Mind. I get too jittery when I drink coffee and energy drinks, so I've been looking for something better to help me maintain my energy and focus throughout the day in a more effective way. And that's where Magic Mind comes in. Today's episode, of course, is brought to you by Magic Mind. I've been pounding a Magic Mind right after my morning smoothie for over a month now. I have found it to be incredibly helpful at keeping my energy and focus up throughout the day without the devastating crash that the other substances usually bring me. Kade, you love you some Magic Mind for your mind, don't you?
I do.
Because it's magic.
It's magical, yeah. Absolutely.
Because it's magic. Does it make you feel like you could solve all your life's petty problems?
Most of them, maybe not Ohio State, but yeah, all the other ones.
All the other ones,
I'd say so. Yeah.
It comes in these little bottles. It's like a little shot you just toss back. I just keep them in my fridge right next to my smoothie stuff and grab one every morning. Magic Mind is a mental performance shot, an addition to your daily routine that gets you focused, mentally clear, motivated, and productive while reducing stress with mushroom nootropics and adaptogens, plus over 100% of your daily vitamin C and D per bottle. More than one letter there, too. Vitamin C and D.
Multiple vitamins.
Love that. Magic Mind also donates 5 cents for each bottle sold to mental health charities that help U.S. homeless communities. We love that, too. They're 100% carbon neutral, and they're so confident in what they've built that they refund 100% no questions asked for 100 days after buying. Shipped internationally to over 65 countries. They are now in Sprouts, Central Market, and the weird Los Angeles grocery store I can never pronounce, but I think it's Erewhon.
Sounds right to me.
Yeah. Anyway, I found I'm more productive, more creative, and more calm while staying energized, all without the crash that too much coffee brings. They have a limited offer you can use now, RBP gang, that gets you up to 48% off your first subscription or 20% off one-time purchases with code RBP at checkout. You can claim it at www.magicmind.com/RBP. Support your mind and the show at the same damn time with Magic Mind. You can find the link and the code in the description of this episode, magicmind.com/RBP, code RBP when you check out to get 20% off one-time purchases and 48% off your first subscription. Let's shift to something a little negative, shall we? Well, I guess you did some Ohio State sports stuff there that wasn't exactly positive, but famous people we want to fight. We haven't done this in a while.
No, it's been a minute.
But I got one today. Russell Brand.
All right.
I want to beat the living hell out of Russell Brand.
I feel like you've talked about him recently, too, and how you're not a big fan of his.
Well, I think I was making fun of his whole well, this is part of the reason for that I want to fight him. He got canceled in the last couple of years. All these allegations started to come out about him committing assault, sexual assault, and he got blocked from monetization on YouTube, and he's not getting cast in anything anymore, to my knowledge. And he was like a huge movie star at one point, right? Like,
I feel like
big comedian. He's from the UK.
In the 2010s, I would see him in so many things.
He was Forgetting Sarah Marshall, probably
that was a big
best movie that I've ever seen him in. Best thing I saw him in.
Then they had Get Him to the Greek. That was another big one, which is
him and Diddy, man. That's
aging like milk.
That cast is not in good shape. But I love Forgetting Sarah Marshall. That's it's like
a classic for me.
All-time great. Probably almost qualifies as a rom-com, but I just stick it in the comedy bucket.
Yeah.
Because I'm not typically a rom-com guy. Point being, there was a point where he was like a really quirky British funny guy, and he had the character he plays in Forgetting Sarah Marshall was very much in line with who he is. Like, he was a recovering sex addict, recovering drug addict. I think he was like a heroin addict, alcoholic, all that stuff, which is a big part of his character in that movie, right? Mm-hmm. Long story short, it starts coming out little by little that there's all these accusations about him and his behavior and whether or not he had actually recovered from sexual addiction because of the way he was behaving was up and was being questioned. So he pivoted. That's what happens a lot. These dudes get canceled, they pivot. But his pivot has been one of the more blatantly bullshit pivots I've ever seen. He just all of a sudden was like, I am a born-again Christian. And I'll explain this a little further, because it's not that I have anything against that. But it just being so obviously because he was like, oh shit, I have this dark past that's coming out. I made a lot of mistakes, and I need to do something to maintain my image because that's all I have. So he goes to Christianity. And I've seen, I think why I brought him up recently was because there was this video going viral of him baptizing some guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's been a Christian for 6 months, and he's baptizing people in a river in his whitey-tighties, which I've never seen done before, just for the record. Whitey-tighties wise.
Yeah.
He's just out there, whitey-tighties only.
Usually, it's a priest, and they're in, their full,
garment,
wardrobe,
whatever.
yeah.
And even if they're not, like at least a t-shirt and swim trunks. Fucking nut, just out there in his goddamn underwear. Anyway, that weirded me out and was one of the reasons that I was like, I am calling bullshit all over this dude is so full of shit. But now I know he's full of shit because he's out there hawking amulets. He's selling amulets that cost, it's a magical amulet that he's selling for $239.99 to protect you from evil energies, phones out there, phones like the one you make a phone call on, you got to protect yourself, and all of the signals.
Okay.
This amulet keeps the signals away from you from entering your body.
Yeah. So when it says evil energies, does that also mean it'll protect you from Russell Brand himself?
I hope so. That would be best case scenario.
Okay. And wait, who...
But I don't think so, though, because he's wearing the amulet in the video, so it must not be
maybe it's not a real magical amulet, because he knows like he couldn't wear it.
Yeah, so he has a fake one on, and then he sells the real ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got to be the case.
And so like it's saying, it protects you from the phones and all the signals.
Yeah, the signals.
But who made this? Like what company made this?
Aries Tech.
Oh, a tech company.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
It's called the LifeTune Flex from Airs Tech, AIRES Tech. So people on Twitter ripped into this pretty hard and started going through the company and looking up the quote-unquote technology behind this amulet that costs $239.99. And it's all horse shit, which you would expect, right?
Right.
Even if you didn't look into it. You hear Russell Brand is selling a $240 amulet that protects you from evil energies and hashtag signals, and you assume, if you're sharp, that this is bullshit. And it very, very much is, like absolute horseshit. But this goes along with the pivot. You pivot hard, Christianity, you start picking up all these Christian followers that are like, Russell Brand, cool, we got a convert from he was this massive sinner, and now he's here and he's loves Jesus.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, he pops up with a $240 amulet protecting you from evil energies and signals, and you're like, well, shit, maybe I need that.
Yeah. Is he going to start slinging Bibles next? The
I don't know. I think
Bible?
Trump's got that area covered pretty hard, though. But interesting that you would bring that up. But yeah, so it really pissed a lot of people off because people don't like seeing other people taken advantage of. And that's what's at the core of this, that there's some poor fucker out there who's not smart enough to know that Russell Brand is completely full of shit and is paying $240 of hard-earned money for a magic amulet to protect them from signals, right? That's kind of a sad thing that you wish was not happening in the world, right? So I started to ask myself, like, why does this work? Like, why are we so, as Americans, as consumers, why are we so prone to this type of bullshit, like where these fucking celebrities can just put nonsense out there and we buy it? And in the case of Russell Brand and what he's doing with Christianity, like I've talked over the last few years about like my issues I've had with the church, how they typically Christianity in America, it gets too politicized and it gets too weaponized.
Yeah, it feels like they're misusing their word, like these words.
The word of God.
Yeah.
Being weaponized and politicized is the literal opposite of what, if you've read the Bible or studied Jesus on any level, the literal opposite of what Jesus would have wanted or Jesus would have done. The literal opposite of what Jesus did. And at no point did Jesus sell magical amulets, by the way. So it really bums me out. But like the reason it's possible is because like the tenets of Christianity sort of put Christians in a position where it's like it's tough to work. Like forgiveness is one of the main tenets of Christianity. Your sins being washed away, being born again. So you see somebody like Russell Brand saying, I love Jesus now and I've done all these things, right?
Right.
And what are you going to say? Like, oh, that's bullshit because you've made mistakes before? That goes against everything that Christianity is about. So you're in a position where you can't really call him out, but I'm calling him out.
Call him out anyways, yeah.
And the internet is calling him out. But like, I don't think a lot of people within the church are willing to do that. And that's why they're susceptible to this kind of bullshit. And it sucks because it's not cool. Unfortunately, a lot of the Christian leaders in our country are also completely full of it. So it's like they don't care. They're not going to call shit like this out because they're all doing the same type of nonsense. And Trump's out there selling Chinese-made Bibles with his name on them, which is it's just blatant blasphemy, frankly. It's like you hope that God and Jesus are both real so that there's serious retribution for all this nonsense, right? Because it's like, come on, like Russell Brand deserves hell if he's going to take $240 from people for a magical amulet. So, yeah, I want to fight this man badly now. I'm sure there's a long line.
Oh, for sure. Do you know where you want to fight him? You got any ideas for that?
On a beach in Hawaii to replicate
Forgetting Sarah
Marshall's scenery.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh. Does he get his ass beat in that one? No, I don't think
he does. No, it's kind of a weird peaceful ending between him and
I think he just kind of
Peter.
I think he just pieces out.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn.
Gets with another
probably
Islander or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that dude sucks.
Yeah.
That dude really, really sucks. And it's just if he didn't even try to hide it. Gets caught doing bad shit. His name gets sullied. His career's in a terrible spot. Immediate pivot. Didn't even do the thing that a lot of celebrities do where they give us like 5 years off. They just disappear, stay out of the public eye, and then they come back and try to present like a transformed version of themselves. This fucker just did it on the fly. He was like,
I just started doing like a little speed run.
Oh, that's a bummer. I love Jesus now.
Yeah.
You sound like you're from London. Like that. He just it just immediate pivot. And within another year, he's selling magical amulets, and I can't take it. I can't stand it. So I want to fight him. That's who I want to fight.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I've got a famous person that deserves props. See how I did that? The yin and the yang of hate and love.
There you go.
All right. Famous person who deserves props is Tom Holland.
I love this.
I don't know a lot about Tom. He's the generation below me.
Yeah.
Right? He's more your age groups.
I love Tom. He's a great guy.
Yeah. Spider-Man, right?
Dating Zendaya.
Right? Never saw Spidey. Never saw his Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Never really had any interest. Tobey Maguire ruined Spider-Man for me, if you're wondering why. It's not
really.
I grew up a Spider-Man guy. I like Spider-Man, just like I liked, the other main superheroes.
Yeah.
But no, Tobey Maguire with his emo haircut, dancing through the street, literally destroyed Spider-Man for me, and I can never go back.
That's tough.
It really sucks, man. It's a bummer, but it's how it happened. So I didn't get to enjoy Tom Holland as Spider-Man, but I've heard stuff about the guy, and obviously I know he's dating Zendaya, and that's she's one of the most famous celebrities in the world at this point, so that's a really big deal. He gets his name brought up a lot. The only thing I knew about Tom was that he openly struggled with alcoholism, and that he was sober now for 2 years now, as of this news that I'm going to tell you in a minute. I'm burying the lead. He put out a non-alcoholic beer, and it's called Beero.
Yeah, so he's getting to the alcohol game, or I guess non-alcohol game. But like a lot of celebrities are making their own like
everybody has a fucking liquor.
Yeah.
Beyonce's got a whiskey or something now. LeBron has one. The Rock has a tequila.
LeBron has a Lahennessy now too. Hennessy.
Unbelievable. The Rock has a tequila, right? They're all pushing these liquors and poisons all over the place, which is still a step better than magical amulets,
right.
But it's close. But this is a positive one because it's still a very untapped market. I've talked about some of the brands I love, like Athletic puts out some good NA beers.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's sort of under the radar still. I went and ate at Uchi. I went on a date with my wife the other day. It's a sushi restaurant in Austin. It's pretty famous, one of my favorites. And they had Athletic beer on the menu. So I got to have one with dinner, it's rare still that I go to a restaurant and they offer the one, like a non-alcoholic beer selection. So the more people that put this shit into the mainstream, the better. And I'll just read you a little bit of this story. Tom Holland launches non-alcoholic beer 2 years into sobriety. He says, I wanted to create something that reflected my lifestyle and values. Says, for me, Beero is personal. After 2 years on my sobriety journey, I wanted to create something that reflected my lifestyle and values. This beer isn't just for those on a similar path, but for everyone who appreciates quality, craftsmanship, and living life to the fullest, which is something that a marketing intern wrote. Bureau delivers the taste and experience of a great brew and never asks you to settle for less, which is also marketing. But all in all, it is a personal thing to him because he is 2 years sober now. And just like with, I talked a lot earlier this year about like it sucks when you're in a social situation and everybody's got beers.
And you can't crack open a cold one. Yeah.
There's only so many fucking Sprites you can drink, man. And I drank them all. Like I hit the limit. I was like, I can't fucking do this anymore. I desperately need something that... And so I started tasting all these different non-alcoholic beers and I found some that I really loved and it was awesome to have that back and like the ability to have a beer without it being a problem, right? So I appreciate him doing this and I know how much it's like one of the hardest things about quitting drinking is still wanting to maintain an active social lifestyle and it being a fucking nightmare because there's just not... bars are not serving non-alcoholic beers a lot. Like Austin's probably one of the more NA-friendly cities.
Yeah, I feel like I see at least athletic beers. They'll have that as an option in most bars.
Yeah, so it's gotten better. But like I said, the more people push this into the mainstream, the better off we'll be. And Tom Holland's got him one now in B-E-R-O. You'd say Beero, right? Or Barrow?
Yeah, I was thinking Barrow. Barrow.
He's from London too, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
He's British.
He is,
so maybe it is Barrow.
Yeah. So you're gonna cop when I think you can.
I think
cop
it's only
now.
online now. So yeah, maybe I'll order some. See how
Just
it
give
is.
A little taste test. See if you like Barrow or not.
Barrow.
Yeah.
I like saying it.
I like saying it. Maybe you like drinking it.
Maybe I'll like drinking it. Apparently, there's some like British flavors. I don't know what that entails.
Stuff we don't
what
get
do they
here
have
in
over
America.
there? Fucking Guinness.
That's
Ireland.
That's Ireland. Yeah.
That's not the same.
No.
That would really piss the Irish off. I wish I hadn't said that.
We'll cut it.
We'll be okay. We won't cut it.
No, we won't.
No, it'll be there. All right, that's all I got today, Kade.
All right.
You happy with that?
Yeah, no, great episode. Good stuff.
We'll be back later this week on patreon.com/Ross Bolin podcast with more in an ad-free exclusive episode of all new content driven by hotline calls from our listeners. Looking forward to hearing from all of you on 888-WR-BOLIN. That is the hotline number. You can get on patreon.com/Ross Bolin podcast now and experience a 7-day free trial where you can check out the hundreds of ad-free backlogged episodes from the last several years that are on there, including some interviews, and Jared's mom is in an episode, and several Bone Zones and Borislow Zones and all kinds of weird shit on the old RBP Patreon. So get in there. Go to patreon.com/Ross Bolin podcast. Enjoy a 7-day free trial and then stick around, subscribed to support our show. And follow Kade on social media. Where can they follow you, Kade?
You can follow me on all the social media platforms at Kade Orris. That's KADEORRIS.
And you can follow me at WR Bolin. Follow the show by searching the Ross Bolin podcast on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. And please tell your friends about our program. We would appreciate that very much. Wish me luck on my journey to becoming a morning person, or at least a person who wakes up earlier and isn't a monster in the morning. Because it's a problem.
Yeah. Well, good luck.
Good luck to you and your Ohio State Buckeyes.
Oh, thanks.
I hope things get better.
I hope so too.
I don't
know what's gonna happen to me.
I don't like seeing you sad and walking alone for miles.
I literally, I had my phone on Do Not Disturb all of Sunday and Monday. I was
you can't shut yourself out because
not
sports,
that anyone was
they're not even. This is the thing I remind myself of when my sports teams lose. To close today's show, it doesn't matter.
I know.
It's not even a fucking real thing. We made this up for entertainment. You know?
Yeah. It still matters.
I know it does, but this is what you have to tell yourself when bad shit happens. It's not even a real thing.
Yeah.
It's pretend.
I just want to be able to talk shit. Or I don't even want to be able to talk shit. I just want other people to be able to talk shit. I want to have...
You want to be protected.
Yeah. I want to be able
wins.
to have that, with the Astros. You guys have been to 7 ALCS.
Oh,
it's no one can ever say shit to you.
No, not really.
For a really long time, at least.
They say we even cheated, which people bring up a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed. And we don't even care about that.
Exactly.
I named my show Banging the Can because it's funny to me. Because I didn't cheat.
No.
I wasn't out there. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't hit a trash can.
So, yeah.
You know?
So when we lose these big games.
I get it. Maybe that's why it doesn't happen for me anymore, because now I've experienced the bliss of pure sports winning for a 8-year stretch where it's okay, I'm good. My tank is full.
Yeah.
Because before that, it's miserable.
Yeah.
When you don't have a single team that's winning, it's fucked. And I've been there. It's really rough. But yeah, so I feel for all you sports losers out there, but you got to pull yourselves the fuck together. Don't be like Kade.
Let's try better.
Is this what you need a therapy session just for the Buckeyes? Have you ever brought up the Buckeyes in therapy?
No,
you
never.
need to.
Maybe I will next
This needs
session.
to be a full session, dude.
Yeah.
You got to relieve yourself of this burden that's crushing your soul.
All right.
All right, we love all y'all. Thanks for being here. Remember, you are not alone. Peace be with you, and also with you.